So this movie from last year, uh, when you go in watching it, really, you really don't know what one gets. Just it's could be anything really. But you know, it's really a mystery as to whether something could be as violent as I mean, like, even the age rating. I mean, in this case, it is here the highest, it seems, but it's not always when it comes to violence specifically. Sure, when it comes to sexual matters, people clearly care more about that. Um, I don't know if there's a difference between American and British ratings, but this one though, I think it's the most violent British movie I've ever seen. It's just revolting, really. And it's supposed to be real. I have no idea what's real about this. It's it's just it's like someone said, someone thought, let's just have one after another after another after. That's not how thrillers are made. It's just violence. I mean, I even saw the word suspense in relation to this movie. It's really not suspense. It's literally the opposite. And suspense is about you know waiting for something to happen as opposed to things constantly happening. Um, but yeah, this one was just awful, really. So much violence, barely anything at all. I mean, it's really supposed to be about redemption. What kind of redemption? It's just violence. Not sure that it's redemption at all. It's just violence, really. Unless somehow there's redemption in violence. It's not that it didn't have a story per se. But the story was very basic. This is the thing. So all the violence didn't happen as a necessity to the story. The story sort of it's really a very shallow scaffolding for the violence in a sense. So it doesn't quite there's no ideal ratio at all of you know there are good violent films, but this isn't one of them. In a way, it's sort of reminiscent of Goodfellas. Somehow, so people thought that was so much better. This one is mostly obscure, so maybe that's why it's not highly rated. And really, all these ultra-violent movies need to have a good story, and just being some double crosser isn't a good story. That's just what it is. And double crossing, the double crosses, it doesn't necessarily make it. Just um, they really thought that somehow all the violence somehow was required, but it just wasn't, and it felt uneven. And it's you know it was way too much of that for what the story was about, which isn't really much of anything. It really wasn't.